Today I want to tell you a story about a burst of smoke. My name is Dr. Neil Soggie, and I'd like to share with you a little bit of an introduction to what we'll be doing this week in exploring some ancient models of meaning making and understanding what makes life meaningful from traditions all around the world. And when I say old, I mean really old, like BC old, more than 2,000 years ago. Now, to get us started, I want to share with you a couple of my favorite stories. They're both very ancient. The first is an ancient West Semitic story, and one is even older, from ancient Mesopotamia. Now, the first one is a story of the Epic of Gilgamesh, series of poems that really work out to a story about Gilgamesh. And Gilgamesh was a king, a warrior, and a hero, and some, dare I say, almost would say he's like a Marvel superhero. Wait, did Marvel just put Gilgamesh in a movie? Ugh. Anyway, in the original blockbuster, Gilgamesh has this epic life, but it is all suddenly shaken to his core by the death of his best friend. So Gilgamesh goes on a journey in search for eternal life, because that's what superheroes do. As heroes do from time to time, though, he stopped for a cold one and shared his story with a waitress named Siduri. And for all of his epic life, Gilgamesh gets the wisest advice he ever experienced from this simple waitress. She says this, in essence: don't worry about eternal life. Life without death is something reserved for the gods. For you, be satisfied with these small things. First off, the eats that you eat and the drinks that you drink. Secondly, the work that you do that requires your attention and allows you to engage this world. And finally, and most importantly, enjoy and savor the touch of your child's hand. These things, Gilgamesh, are what makes a meaningful life. Even a king, a superhero from 4,000 years ago, can be shaken by the fragility of life, the death of a friend, and needs to learn the lesson that meaning comes not from the big things, but the small things in life, like the touch of your child's hand. The second story is, at its oldest, 3,000 years ago. It can be found in the Old Testament of the Bible, in a book called in English Ecclesiastes. It was written by a religious philosopher called Kohelet, which can be roughly translated as the professor. Now, this professor, he is hit by the same problems as Gilgamesh. Like Gilgamesh, he immersed himself in power, in success, in wealth, in denying himself no earthly pleasure. But still, he was caught by the reality that it all disappears. Now, in English, it is translated as meaningless. But the ancient word can probably be better translated as a burst of smoke. Everything in life, the ancient professor says, is a puff of smoke. Power is a haze that fades. Success, wealth, and empires, but a mist that erupts and dissipates into time. lust and erotica, a cloud that promises much but does not rain. And in the end, the professor then realizes an unsatisfactory truth. The Creator made existence this way, as a burst of smoke. So there is no point in fighting it. We cannot change it. He says, in essence, I can only adjust my thinking to this new realization of reality. And remember, the Creator, the professor says, hopefully before I'm too old. And value the small moments of haze that are, enjoying the transient moments in life. Because as much as I want them to last, they simply don't. The food we eat, yes, it is a vapor. But we can really open up to it in the present moment. Oh, it is so awesome. Also, the professor says, we should enjoy the work and responsibilities of life, and like Siduru told Gilgamesh 1,000 years prior, enjoying the touch of your child's hand. Now, what I want you to remember from these stories for this week is simply this. Be careful of the trap of success and, dare I say, striving after immortality for its own sake. It's like chasing after the wind. To strive after such things may cause us to lose out on the point of a meaningful life. Living, actually living, savoring, enjoying, sweating with, crying with, loving, being there in the moments as they come in life. Because life is moments that fade, bursts of smoke. They're awesome, but then they're gone. But, and here is the essential key that I hope will make sense by the end of this course. We too are simply bursts of smoke. We are awesome for a moment, in a blink in history, but then we're gone. When we honestly and openly recognize this fundamental immutable fact of the nature of being, it reminds us that all those little bursts of smoke, all those opportunities are so very important, because we only have a moment and then we are gone. So, the nature of existence is, according to these stories, a burst of smoke. Yet this burst of smoke saves existence. And if we're to believe the professor, Kohelet, it's almost as if the Creator knew what she was doing. I hope you enjoy this week. You take care. Goodbye.